I spent 847 hours preparing to start my business. You know how many hours I spent actually building it? 0. And I'm willing to bet you're doing the exact same thing right now. You're watching this video, aren't you? Yeah. That's preparation. And if you don't stop after the next 4 minutes, you're going to waste another year of your life. Let me show you why. Here's what's actually happening in your brain right now. You've got a goal. Maybe it's starting a business, launching a YouTube channel, writing a book, getting in shape, learning to code, doesn't matter. And you've convinced yourself that you need to be ready first, so what do? You buy the course. You watch the tutorials. You read the books. You make the perfect plan. You research the perfect tools. You wait for the perfect moment, and here's the kicker, it feels productive. Your brain is literally giving you dopamine hits every time you consume more information. You feel like you are making progress, but you're not building anything. I call this the preparation trap, and it's killed more dreams than failure ever has. Because here's the brutal truth, preparation feels safe. Building feels terrifying. Let me tell you about my 847 hours. I wanted to start an online business. So I spent 6 months, reading every business book I could find. I took 3 different courses on marketing. I designed the perfect logo. I researched LLCs versus S-Corp. I created spreadsheets for expenses I didn't even have yet. I was so prepared. I had everything figured out, except I had 0 customers, 0 products, 0 revenue, 0 real-world experience. You know what actually taught me about business? The first time I put something out there and nobody bought it. The first time I had to have an awkward conversation with a real customer. The first time I had to solve a problem I never saw coming. None of my preparation prepared me for that. Here's why this happens. We've been conditioned our entire lives to prepare before we act. School taught us, study first, test later. Get the right answer or fail. But real life? Real life rewards action. The person who ships the imperfect product beats the person with the perfect plan every single time. Think about it. The first iPhone didn't have copy-paste. Facebook started as a college-only website. Amazon only sold books. YouTube's first video was 18 seconds at the zoo. None of these were ready. They were built, then improved, but we're terrified of looking stupid. We're terrified of failing. So we hide behind preparation and call it being responsible. Let me ask you something. How many years are you willing to prepare for a life you're never going to live? Here's what changes everything. Building is the preparation. You don't learn to swim by reading about swimming. You learn by getting in the water and swallowing some water and figuring it out. So here's your new rulebook. Rule 1, the 48-hour rule. Whatever you want to do, you have 48 hours to do the absolute minimum viable version. Not to plan it. Not to research it. To build something, anything, that moves you forward. Want to start a YouTube channel? You've got 48 hours to record and upload one video. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. Want to write a book? You've got 48 hours to write the worst first page in history. Want to start a business? You've got 48 hours to make your first attempt at selling something to someone. Rule 2, embrace the suck. Your first attempt will be terrible. Congratulations, you're normal. Every master was once a disaster. The difference is they were a disaster who kept building. Rule 3, learn by failing forward. Every failure is a data point. Every mistake is a lesson you couldn't have learned from a book. You're not behind. You're collecting intelligence that prepared people will never have. Let me reframe something for you. You think you're not ready. But what if I told you that not ready is exactly where you need to be? The magic doesn't happen in the comfort zone of preparation. It happens in the gap between what you know and what you're trying to do. That uncomfortable feeling? That's not a warning sign. That's growth happening in real time. Every successful person you admire? They didn't wait until they were ready. They started before they were ready and figured it out on the way up. Jeff Bezos didn't know how to run a bookstore when he started Amazon. Oprah had never hosted a talk show before her first talk show. The Wright brothers weren't aeronautical engineers. They built their way into expertise. And so can you. So here's my challenge to you, and I'm dead serious about this. Before this day ends, I want you to build something. I don't care how small. I don't care how imperfect. Record that video and upload it. Private if you want, just upload it. Write that terrible first paragraph. Send that awkward first sales message. Create that basic prototype. Post that rough draft. Do one thing that moves you from preparing to building, and then do it again tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day, because here's the truth, 1 year from now, you are going to be somewhere. The only question is whether you'll be 1 year better at preparing. Or 1 year better at building. Stop preparing. Start building. Your future self is waiting for you to begin. If this hit home, smash that subscribe button, because we're going deep on execution, not theory. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the one thing you're going to build in the next 48 hours? Let's hold each other accountable. Now get out there and build something.